This section will take approximately 30 minutes to be completed. In this section, we will learn the role of a salesperson. Going further, we will also learn about the characteristics of a successful salesperson. And lastly, we will also learn what makes a professional salesperson. A sale is an act or process of selling something, or the part of a company that deals with selling its products. And a person is an individual working in an area of business mentioned or a person concerned with the thing mentioned. Together, when combined, a salesperson is a person who sells goods or services. We mentioned in the beginning the important contribution of a salesperson to the organization. Let us now further elaborate and examine the role that he or she plays or is expected to play in the contemporary market situation. In the outset, it is necessary to note that the salesperson has an obligation to the customer and his organization. Hence, we see his role as shown in the slide. A salesperson generates and closes leads. He or she is a hunter in the field or the man in command who is very passionate and driven that can help him or her to be a market leader. A salesperson strategically evolves to know where he or she is, knows where he or she wants to be, and knows how to get there. For example, a salesperson should understand more about the clients. Therefore, they are able to construct a beneficial agreement for both the company and the clients. As a role of representative, he or she represents the company. He or she will be professional in everything he does and also knows the product and the company offerings. They must seize opportunities for potential sales and help customers to find products that meet their needs. For example, an automobile sales representative is the person who sells cars to consumers. He or she assists the customers in finding what they need and can help increase a store's sales by providing information about products to customers. As a consultant, he or she is very much client business focused, whereby focuses on the client's success by understanding the client's needs, challenges, and works together to demonstrate commitment and achieving results. As a consultant, he or she advises the customers and also allows them to feel comfortable with the products. For example, a salesperson would try to help their client in sourcing for additional services, such as event management or corporate group activities. As a business partner, he or she understands how to become the client's most valued business partner and contributes directly to affecting their bottom line. A salesperson can talk business management and understands the trends and industry shifts. He or she also uses his network to help the clients. A salesperson has a smart plan and works with the client to maximize delivery and overcome challenges. For example, we should come up with an agreement which is beneficial for both our hotel and the client, so that the client could have a long-term relationship with the hotel in using the product and services. As an accountant, he or she understands direct sales activity versus sales investment. He or she can identify the red flags, as all business is not always good business. He or she can work with the client to identify how your proposal will positively affect their bottom line. For example, a salesperson would help the corporate client in requesting credit facility for payment in the hotel for their corporate guests. Let's understand about different characteristics of successful salespeople now. Takes time to think and plan. Here, the salesperson is strategic and focused on how and why. Uses customer's name often, which will help in making a connection with the customer. Shares a genuine smile, which displays sincerity. Shows enthusiasm and communicates interest, which displays their passion for their role, product offerings, and the customers. Listens actively. This is to ensure they pick up on the key information and signals which can be used in gathering key information about the account. Talks about the customer. This helps to ensure they understand the customer's needs and places the customer as the priority. Asks questions. Positions themselves as a problem solver. This helps the customer to solve problems and position themselves as a business partner. Speaks clearly. Uses good grammar to ensure the customer understands them and avoids slang expressions. Shows confidence. Instills confidence in the customer that you are the right person for him to work with. Maintains professional pride. Create a good first impression. Responds on a timely basis. Demonstrates strong follow-up ability. A person that gets things done. Writes things down. Demonstrates that you are interested in what they are telling you and keeps notes on important information. As a professional salesperson, you need 3 foundations. These foundations are built on one another. Let's understand with examples. Albert Einstein is the famous figure known for his intelligence, which explains to us that the more knowledge you have, the stronger is your belief. Steve Jobs believed that his products are the best in the market, which explains to us that the more you believe, the greater your passion for your products and services, which will drive you to want to do your best. A professional ballerina went on rigorous training to perfect her dance and poise, which explains to us that it's always good to ensure to be diligent in your practice of your trade regularly to become a true professional. Click on the icons to know more. Deliberate practice drives expert performance. Passion provides the motivation necessary to practice rigorously. According to Professor Erickson, top talents are able to practice long and hard and apply themselves more intensely than also-rans precisely because they are doing something that they love. If you don't love what you do, then chances are that you will never put in the time needed to master it. The objective is to stress the importance of self-belief in instilling confidence when presenting the product to potential customers. As a salesperson, you must first of all believe in the products and services you represent. Would you buy your own product? Do you believe in the value of your offers? To cultivate this belief, you must first gain as much knowledge as you can about your products and services. You have to believe that your company is the best in the industry and you are proud to be part of the organization. To feel that, you have to be totally immersed in the company culture and walk and breathe the vision, mission, and brand behavior daily. Believe in yourself as the best salesperson there is. You will exude confidence in your behavior, your presentation that will attract and captivate potential customers. Product knowledge. Know how to talk to the customer in terms of not only the technical aspects of the jewelry, but the emotional aspects as well. How to describe the features and benefits in terms that the customer understands, knowing inventory levels and prices by memory, financial considerations, etc. Product knowledge is one of those things that you have to have. However, you may not need to use it. If the customer needs a technical presentation, then you have to be prepared to give a technical presentation. And if the customer is more emotionally driven, you may not need to use any of your technical product knowledge. But be prepared for every different type of customer. It is important for salespeople to know what is going on in their industry. Who is your competition? Not just your local supply competitors, but what are their suppliers offering in way of products, promotions, systems, etc. What about new products, procedures, and systems that are being presented by your competitors? Do they work? What do your customers think of them? Do you have something equal or better than these new ideas? Know how to make initial contact and how to greet a customer in a non-pushy and aggressive way. Learn how to determine the customer's needs. The easiest way is through a series of open-ended questions that are designed to capture the maximum amount of information from the customer. Learn how to demonstrate merchandise in a way that increases the customer's perception of value using features, benefits, and agreement questions. Finally, at the heart of any relationship is rapport. In sales, it helps to create discussions that are not just all about the transaction and establish a relationship that may deliver increased sales. Plenty of business is won every day simply because the client likes the rep better. Read the newspaper, surf the net, watch niche programming and news content on TV, anything to increase your general knowledge. Be a sponge and have an opinion. If you build a range of topics that you can talk about knowledgeably about in the discussion with a client, if they take you there, you have a common ground outside of the transaction. It might be a sport, it might be the movies. Anything can become a touch point. Knowledge is power. Sun Tzu in 6th century BCE was a Chinese general, military strategist, and author of The Art of War, which is an immensely influential ancient Chinese book on military strategy. He quoted, "Know your enemy, know yourself, and you will win all the battles." Likewise, always know your competitors well, and you'll be better prepared to complete successfully the best business available, as your competitors are your enemies, but also your neighbors. And do what is necessary to cultivate and establish relationships. Your success depends upon knowledge of your hotel product and services, knowledge of your competitors' set products and services, ability to view your competitors through your customers' eyes, ability to establish who are your competitors by segment, constant update of competitor activity and product updates, investing time to learn who or what you are selling against. Knowledge empowers you to build your confidence to sell. Everybody sells better with confidence. Knowledge of the competitor's strengths, weaknesses, and knowledge of how the competition sells against your product will give you confidence. Applying that knowledge every day in relevant selling situations will help give you the confidence you need to succeed. Knowledge sharing is a hot button amongst customers today. When your customers realize that you know more about the competitive product under consideration than they do, you have become more credible. You have connected and you have taken big steps toward establishing a relationship. You are no longer selling, you are now collaborating. From this point forward, whatever observations, opinions, or advice you share will be taken seriously. They will know that you know. Really good sales professionals not only know their competitors well, but they have mutually beneficial professional relationships already established, which allows you to form alliances. Understanding the customer perception of your competitors is crucial, as this allows you as a salesperson to identify opportunities and/or educate them. It allows you to undertake sales activities with a strategic approach. If you do not understand the competition, you will not be able to take a strategic approach in your communication with your customers. You will not know how to approach your task in order to win the opportunities that have been presented. Knowledge also helps to keep you updated on competitor activity and product changes. In this section, we have discussed about various roles of a professional salesperson. We further learned about the different characteristics of a successful salesperson. As a professional salesperson, you need 3 foundations: knowledge, belief, and practice, and these foundations build on one another. Lastly, we have learned that you need to know your competition well, always, and you will be better prepared to compete successfully for the best business available.